Picture this. You just had the absolute best day. Everything went right. You got a raise, you ate your favorite meal, and your friend told you you look fantastic. But before bed, you read one mildly critical email from a coworker. When your head hits the pillow hours later, what are you obsessing over? That single tiny speck of negativity. Why does our brain do this? Why are we biologically hardwired to act like emotional garbage collectors, hoarding every embarrassing moment, every failure, and every insult, while letting our greatest triumphs slip through our fingers like sand? Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating, frustrating science of why your brain treats bad memories like VIPs and good memories like unwanted guests. To understand why your brain is built this way, we have to travel back a couple of 100,000 years. Meet your ancestors. They weren't sitting around trying to manifest good vibes. They were trying not to get eaten by saber-toothed cats. From an evolutionary standpoint, your brain has one prime directive: survive long enough to pass on your genes. Happiness and fulfillment are nice, but they don't keep you alive. Evolutionary psychologists call this the negativity bias. Think about it this way. If our ancestors ignored a positive sign, like a pretty sunset or a patch of sweet berries, they missed out on a moment of joy. Annoying, but survivable. But if they ignored a negative sign, like a rustling in the bushes that might be a predator, they were out of the gene pool permanently. As a result, natural selection favored the paranoids. The brains that remembered danger, pain, and failure were the ones that survived to become your grandparents. Now, let's look at the hardware inside your skull. When something bad happens, your brain's alarm system, the amygdala, goes off like a fire siren. It floods your body with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Here is the kicker. Emotion acts as the glue for memory. When your emotions are dialed up high by fear, anger, or embarrassment, your brain releases a rush of neurochemicals. This cocktail tells your hippocampus, the memory processing center, "Hey, pay attention. Burn this exact moment into permanent storage so we never make this mistake again." Psychologist Dr. Rick Hansen, a senior fellow at the Greater Good Science Center at the University of California, Berkeley, famously described this phenomenon with a brilliant metaphor. The brain is like Velcro for negative experiences, but Teflon for positive ones. Negative experiences get locked into your long-term memory instantly because of that survival-driven stress response. Meanwhile, positive experiences usually require you to consciously hold them in your awareness for a moment, just to transfer them from short-term working memory into deep storage. The tragedy of the negativity bias is that our ancient survival mechanism is completely broken for the modern world. We are walking around with Stone Age software trying to run a 21st century life. There are no saber-toothed cats hiding behind your office water cooler. But your brain treats an awkward social interaction, a bad performance review, or a rude text message with the exact same physiological emergency response as a predator attack. Because negative memories are sticky, they build up over time. They fuel anxiety, imposter syndrome, and the relentless voice in your head telling you that you aren't enough. Your brain isn't trying to make you miserable. It's trying to protect you. But its definition of protection is exhausting. So, what do we do about it? Are we doomed to be prisoners of our own evolutionary programming? Not at all. Knowing why your brain remembers the bad times gives you the ultimate superpower: awareness. Because positive memories don't stick to the Velcro naturally, you have to help them. The next time something good happens, no matter how small, whether it's a great cup of coffee or a kind word, don't just brush past it. Pause. Let it linger. Savor it. Force your brain to turn that Teflon into Velcro. You can't delete your evolutionary history, but you can consciously choose to balance the scales. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button, take a deep breath, and start giving your good moments the attention they deserve. See you on the next one.